Hello and welcome to the final episode of Breakfast with Cody Gall. Yes, sir. So, pow. Gonna talk today about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle apparently is getting canceled again. Oh no! Wait, wasn't he already canceled for something? Um. Oh Lord of mercy. What is there to even say anymore about this crap? It's just like pick your poison at this point. Um, So, Dave Chappelle has always been a bit out there. I mean, in my opinion.
Morning, niggas. And it's my favorite family to deliver milk to. The niggas. Here you go. I hate to bother you about this, but, well, you didn't pay your bill last week. And I know how forgetful you niggas are when it comes to paying bills.
Golly, Clifton, it slipped my mind. Here you go. Sorry about that.
Oh, nigga, please. Nigga, please.
And let's not forget about this.
White power. Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out. White power. White power.
So, yeah, I don't have a problem with any of that. But how is it that that doesn't get you canceled? But what talking about Caitlyn Jenner does? Come on, it's all so stupid. This canceling thing, it makes no sense. Um, and plus, Dave Chappelle has always been a bit odd. He kind of reminds, I think of him as the Black Borat. I don't know what to make of people like Dave Chappelle.
Throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns, then we have a big party.
So is Dave Chappelle the Black Sacha Baron Cohen? Is that what Dave Chappelle is? Pick your poison at this point. You can either, honestly, I think Dave Chappelle is trying to use his celebrity status to tell the truth to people. But he has decided the best way to do that is to wrap it up within all these big lies and then take that and put it onto some corporate thing somewhere. And then also, Dave Chappelle is an established name. And so he has reached that point in his career where he's at like a fork in the road, where he can go one way and get tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars from giant corporations, but only if you do what you're told to do, or just go do your own little thing. And which is like someone like Norm Macdonald decided to just go do their own little thing. And so if you just go do your own little thing, you're going to make maybe 1, 2, if you're lucky, 5% as much money. You're gonna make 99% more money if you go and get drunk on the wine of the whore of Babylon, which I don't respect people. I don't think Dave Chappelle is more successful than Norm Macdonald because of anything to do with money or corporations that aren't even real anyway. And so then let's talk about this.
On January 6th, well, American citizens stormed the Capitol. You know, I'm from Washington, D.C. A lot of my friends growing up are Capitol Hill police officers. I said, what did you do that day? What did we do? We were kicking crackers down the steps like motherfucking 300, nigga. Trying to save our country.
David, that is just simply not true. That is a bold-faced lie. I mean, I saw it with my own two eyes. There was no charge. There was no... What there was a few dozen Proud Boys got carried away and there were feds and Antifa that were also in the group. And they smashed some windows. And then that was all they ever did. The whole thing. That was literally it. They smashed a couple windows. And the vast majority of them had nothing to do with smashing windows. And they made up about, I don't know, 0.0001% of the crowd of people that were there that day who didn't have anything to do. It's like, Dave, what your friends from high school actually did, what actually happened was Baked Alaska showed up to be a right-wing internet troll, and people like that, and a few Proud Boys who get carried away. And your friends from high school let them in, opened the door and let them in, and just let them walk right in the door so that they could put their feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk. And the reason why that they did that was because, well, let me let Dave explain it better than I could.
When a hero stumbles, well, the cowards rejoice. Nothing feels better to a coward than to watch a brave guy fall.
So your mayor, Dave, Mayor Bowser, she controls your friends from high school. Your friends from high school are told what to do by Mayor Bowser. And Mayor Bowser told your friends from high school to let Baked Alaska into the Capitol building that day so that the entirety of all of the right could be framed as domestic terrorists. Not framed as being, not like you got framed and charged with a crime. No, this is, you're being framed and charged in the court of public opinion. And so the point of your friends from high school saying, yes, massa Bowser, I should be a real good slave boy for you, massa Bowser. That's what your friends did, Dave. And then that was done to frame 100 million of your fellow Americans for politics and crap, so that the people who run Netflix can have just absolute total control over everything. And you're helping them. And why are you helping them? So that you can say stuff like this?
All greatness is from God.
So, are you doing more good than harm? I'm serious. Pick your poison at this point, guys. In 2021, from this point moving forward, you've got two options. You really do. Option one, have Nashville Jr. just look down on you and think of you as kind of trash. Option two, have mainstream society look down on you and cancel you and think of you as a crazy conspiracy theorist, domestic terrorist. And so, there you go. Pick your poison. Which would you prefer? Because there's no more gray area, there's no more BS, there's no more of that. It's one or the other. Netflix is part of the pale horse of the apocalypse. And so it's an irretrievably, purely evil thing that must simply just be eradicated and done away with, like Wall Street and all the Fortune 100 companies. It can't be coexisted with peacefully. It has to be destroyed. And so that's the way that it goes. Anyway, that's enough about Dave Chappelle. This is the final episode of Breakfast with Cody Gall. And I just want to say that it's been an absolute honor to be Cody Gall and to broadcast these little news shows that I do from this cabin in the woods in an undisclosed location with this fan over my shoulder and this scroll. And I just want you to know, every time I've ever done a video in this spot with that fan there and I'm eating breakfast, I'm not on some set looking at cameras and lights. In front of me right now is an iPad mini suite on a bookshelf. And then behind that is a big giant window, and I'm looking out at trees and grass growing and flowers and birds chirping. And every time I've ever done a show here in this spot, that's what I've been looking at the whole time. That and the monitor, monitoring myself, making sure I got a good angle and good everything. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for everything. Farewell, my friends.